Hello and welcome everyone to part 33 of the Empire Total War Great Britain Let's Play. Now I did offer the chance to get a 1 hour special if part 32 could reach 1,000 likes by Saturday, which is today. However, I do understand that normally I do give you guys a bit longer than 2 days to get a like target met. So normally I think I give you guys a week, so it was a bit unfair. I think you guys have already smashed over 500 likes on part 32. So this part won't be a 1 hour special, but part 34, which will go out on Tuesday, will be a 1 hour special, regardless or not whether part 32 reaches its 1,000 likes, because I have recently brought this series back, so I think you guys deserve it. But anyway, we've got an opportunity to intercept some Mughal Empire forces here. The Marathans are in fact the ones that are kind of attacking or engaging with the Mughal Empire forces, but I get to reinforce, so I am going to attack and take this opportunity to deal a crushing blow to the Mughal troops, because that is how I roll. So let's load in and then show them the might of old Blighty. And then when the end turn process finishes, I should have yet more troops ready to arrive on ships. So this is the Marath Confederacy troops. Already forming up. My general has arrived. Did have some comments from last time about what I was saying about performance issues, and people saying that the reason why my FPS is so much higher in Empire Total War is because Empire Napoleon, not that great melee based games, but Shogun 2 is, and the performance that I get in Empire Total War is pretty much the same as Shogun 2's. So I can definitely tell you that there is a strong likelihood of it all getting sorted eventually, because Empire runs it well, Shogun runs it well, and it is the same engine. Rome 2 had it supposedly radically overhauled, but as I proved last time as well, which people seem to forget, as I said in part 32, is that I did actually engage in quite a few melee scraps, and the units do get pretty bunched up and close. Plus, the Indian factions in particular have melee-based troops. The Marathans don't have here, but they have a lot of troops. Let me put to you, just troops moving in between each other wouldn't run that as smoothly here. So I just wanted to clarify that it's not all doom and gloom. And it most definitely will be sorted. Anyway, I am going to fast forward this to get my reinforcements onto the map, because I want them moving. I'll tell you what has definitely got better since Empire. The fast forward is a lot smoother in Napoleon and Shogun, for sure. I'm slowly bringing all my troops in. See how the Mughals are dealing with this. They're bringing troops over, so I need to hit the head play button very quickly, because otherwise we're going to face a lot of problems here. I need my cannons to unlimber, and my cavalry is going to charge their cavalry, which is missile cavalry. Oh, and they have camel nomads, so I don't want to engage with them, but my cannons can hopefully engage with the camel nomads. The Marathans have already dealt with the camel nomads over there. And my cavalry, big melee scrap, perfect performance. So anyway, yes, no more Rome 2 in Empire time. But I just wanted to kind of go through that. I'm not, trying to do it to say I know best, but there is definitely hope, and it's not because the engines are the same, and it's not because Empire is not primarily a melee-based Total War. It has plenty of options for melee-based action, and it proves that it can handle it fine. We have these camel nomads coming in, and I'm actually going to retreat from them because my cannons are firing into them. And we've got the Mughal troops coming along to aid us. The Marathan troops, rather. Cannons, fire, please. If we can. Cannons? Oh, they're firing now. Oh, that looked very painful. That looked incredibly painful. So we finally got all the infantry sorted out. Probably won't have much time to deploy them and use them as we want, but let's do it. God, I miss open formations. Having to remember to press extra keys. Dang it. Let's hit the camel gunners over here. And I'm going to send my cavalry over around to the right. And my cannon shots are zipping through the camel gunners. I'm hoping these guys are going to start firing any minute. Oh no, it looks like they're going to charge. I have no idea what they're doing. I think they are charging. Can't make up their mind really what they're doing. I'm probably going to fire into my allies any moment now. They are wavering, so let's turn my cannons to attack these musketeers here. In fact, let's stop my cannons entirely. Let's limber them up because my infantry is moving into place and it's time to run them into position now. Although I'm probably going to end up hitting my Marathan allies now, because they're moving right into the path of my infantry. So let's try and sort this out. Come on, lads. Forward we go. Can't pull them out into 3 ranks because it's obviously a lot of men in all my units right now, and it'd be impractical to do so. So we'll just get them forming up as much as they can, although the pathfinding isn't amazing. But it looks like the Marathans, you know, they really want to get in on the action. They are not happy to let me get in there and do what I want to do. I'm going to form up 1 regiment, kind of in full block here. Try and flank round with another one. But I think I'm going to be shooting my allies' backs here a lot. We'll take these guys off fire at will for now. Let's see what the Maratha Confederacy does. Wonder if I can get cavalry round the other side of the canal. But it looks like they're going to... They can't ford across here, they can only ford there. That's not ideally what I want them to do. I'd rather them go elsewhere, but we shall deal with it. Bring these guys round, but not firing at will. These chaps should be on the flanks. But the Mughals are, or the Marathans rather, I keep getting them confused. They are charging in, so I'm going to charge in with some of my infantry now as well. Let's go for the melee charge. Get in a nice big melee scrap here. And now with around about probably 2,500 men all clumped together is the time where I start seeing a tiny bit of FPS drop. A tiny bit. But overall, running swimmingly. Just look at them all there. Happy ducks. And we've sent these guys packing. From here, let's see if we can reform up at the river. Don't know what the Marathans are going to do. They seem to be standing there. They've only got a few more units to try and kill. These guys sort of queue to leave. Swing, 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 slice, slash. Nothing much for it really than to charge in with my line infantry if we can, but I'm thinking they're probably going to get caught up in the mess of Marathan troops, but some of them on the flanks are doing an especially good job. And we're filtering through the middle as well. We're actually able to... The pathfinding on them is actually pretty good to get through all these guys. And my guys are now making it through, which is nice to see. Clumpty, clumpty, clump, clump, do lots of men. And they're now engaging the camel nomads. Right, let's try and get out of the river before the Marathans start shooting on me as well. Not really much I can do, but it's helping out my ally, which I don't often get a huge chance to do, because normally my allies don't do much, but they're actually doing quite a bit here. Even though they're lining up in these crazy long lines that happens with Darthmod because the unit sizes are so huge. But we're now going to lay down some heavy fire on them. Got some Hindu musketeers come back here. The enemy general has fallen, which is just smashing. So let's march forward with a full regiment there. Get fire at will back on. Bring the rest of them round. Fire at will back on with these guys as we get ready to deal with these returning Hindu musketeers. They form up, but I think we should form up faster, I'm hoping. Still have many more men coming. Camel gun is trying to make it through my ranks, not doing so well. They're getting ready to fire now. Second rack, third rack, fire! And they've broken. And victory belongs to the Empire and the Confederacy. Huzzah, we shall end it there, a heroic victory. Hoping we have smashed their forces there with a nice interception. And the enemy has lost 1,480. We have lost... I can't tell. Oh no, well, I can't differentiate between the Marathan forces and not, unless we go over here, and once we look at lost, we didn't lose that many at all. We did bloody good there. We pushed back a key force, and already the Marathans have taken Bearer, so I'm losing out on territory to capture quickly, so I do need to take it, because otherwise some of your worries will come to fruition, which is that I won't gain much territory out of this, and I will have to turn on the Marathans faster. Some of you are already saying I should be turning on the Marathans already. Manchester has been born. Don't know why I'm using a Yorkshire accent for Manchester. What could we do with here? More money or research? Let's just go for money. Why not, I say. Let's upgrade the college. Let's upgrade that too. And the rest of the money goes to India, I'm afraid. But yeah, so the Mughals, the Marathans have already claimed quite a lot of territories. I could turn on them now. Take out Mysore with this new force that has arrived, which is being replenished as quickly as I can make it. This army here is going to obviously take out that one there, but they've got lots of little satellite territories which are relatively weak. The main thing we're going to do is going to attack Calcutta with these two troops reinforcing, giving me yet more men. Let's give them a general to command this army with. Yes. And then we can besiege them. We can demand their surrender. It has been refused. They have 5,000 versus my 2,000. We shall continue siege for now because there's a few admin things I'd kind of like to do. We can take this territory here. We can take Calcutta. and then we can sort of push inland, but there's no more territories left here to take. So quite quickly I need to get my troops up towards Lahore in Punjab and Kashmir, otherwise the Marathans are going to take everything. So this army is a threat here, but I am going to quite rapidly deploy this army to combat it. Replenish them as I go, and then this force is going to go towards Punjab as quickly as I can. Once I've taken out the Mughals, I will then turn. I don't think I'm going to turn just yet on the Marathans. I may well do. Once I've taken Calcutta and Cuttack back, I may well then just turn on the Marathans. I may well be able to do that. But for now, I am going to hold off doing that just a smidge. Let's have a look at trade and see what's worth upgrading to here. The cotton or the tea. Tea has 22 on the market, whereas cotton has 25. So let's go for 25 there with cotton. And over here we could upgrade to the drill school, could we? Yes, we can. Which lets me get some light troops, I believe. Which is generally reasonable. And we'll recruit 2 more units there, starting up another army. But let us attack here and take Calcutta back for the Empire, since we lost it. It has been a devastating blow to our fortunes in India, but as the Marathans have grown in strength, the Mughals have finally now declined with our combined military efforts. So once, as I said, once I take these 2 territories on the coast, I think I then have a reasonable place to launch attacks inland again, because I will have around about 3 or 4 near full stack armies to deploy, which should be able to defeat the Marathans quite nicely. And while they've taken some, looks like they've suddenly claimed a lot of territory, those territories aren't exactly you know, the gems of India. They are you know, small territories. They're not kind of province capitals or from Rome too, or anything massively worthwhile, if I'm honest. Oh damn, I made those 2 the same. Yeah. Group 1. These guys are Group 3. And I want to place my cannon up on this hill in front of my infantry, because it's a good spot. It's also kind of a good spot up here, which I could perhaps move them toward, but I think the enemy's going to deploy probably quite defensively. So we'll see how that goes in a moment. Meanwhile, I'll put all my infantry over there. My general can sit behind my artillery. There we go. Artillery can fire on the mortars. Yeah, you've done a good job at disrupting them already. I'm going to push forward with my troops on the left, try and get close up to those mortars, because otherwise they are going to try and wreck my troops. And I'm going to run with them, because they're using quicklime, I think, or something to that effect. Not quicklime, that wouldn't happen like that. Those flaming effects, but something like that. I can't actually see what they do. My general over to the left, running forward with these guys, just to get them into position, and then I will march them walking afterwards. I do actually need to bring my artillery forward because they are hindered by that hill. So I need to bring them forward. They were able to get a few shots off and clip the enemy mortars, which is good. But we'll bring them forward now to about here, and they've got a good view all over the place. And I continue to push forward with this force here. We'll get them to march now, though. And my cannons can deploy here. The enemy artillery now deploying against my marching infantry. But we're now able to start hitting back at the mortars with my infantry over here. The enemy marching toward us into our ranges, picking off a few of the enemy as they continue to march forward, rank by rank. And with this portion of the line, we're going to swing them around quite rapidly. We need them to run to get into position. My artillery is now in position perfectly where I need them. So without further ado, it's unlimber time. The last of them, I don't mind them being the tiniest bit out of position. Those mortars though, we need to push up on them still a smidge. But along the line on the left, hindering the enemy as they come towards us. About to break upon my lines. I'll get this whole unit here to engage them. And get all my cannons to fire here as well. I'm not sure if they're... I think they're out of canister shot range. No, they're not. So let's see if we can get a canister shot there. That would be useful. They are running, but here comes the canister. May have killed my own men there. Go back to round shot as we hit a few more units along the line. These guys are not in a good view, so we're just going to pop them forward a smidge. Pull forward with these guys. They are just able to hit the enemy in range, but we're going to bring them round further. Enemy units on the left hitting me. They've gone onto defensive at the wall. So I'm actually going to rush them at the wall. Meanwhile, I'm going to flank them with these two units here. And with this unit of infantry, we're going to form up here. 3 ranks thick. Surprised we haven't been able to bring motors down yet. Still not the best angle. We are hitting the dirt. What about these guys up on the top? That's better for them. And the musketmen pushing up. Try and hit them with artillery. We weren't able to bring that unit around as much as I'd like, so we're going to have to charge in melee. We've broken them at the wall here, and we're going to charge onto the next unit at the wall. We lost some men in that charge. We're going to charge over to the next one, throwing my men over the wall, doing a decent amount of damage already, which is good. It's what we like to see. So I can push up with this force, or rather bring it round, to help these guys out, because we're already starting to waver that unit there. Broken them in the middle, and it's now time to play the chasing game. But we don't need to chase them too far, because again we will claim victory once they have all broken. My men desperately trying to hold off 2 regiments here. Just brought this unit round in time, ready to fire. Hopefully point blank range. I'm hoping these guys can hold out for us a tiny bit longer. My cannons can now stop firing. We'll limber them up. No longer needed. These guys need to be brought back to kind of some safety. Gotta watch out those musketmen up here. We should start firing now on these guys here. Oh no, some of them have got to reload. They have broken though. They've held, and they've been hit by the volleys from the other troops over here, and just at the right time my other units start firing too, giving some well needed support to my company troops. Let them do one more volley and they still need more help. We will charge. We've got troops coming in from all sides actually, so we are going to pull back a bit. We're going to push over with these forces. My troops to pull back to this line here. Where my men will reform. Pull them out of harm's way, reforming the battle lines. Pushing through the stream of the enemy, fleeing, broken. Numerous volleys being fired at the musketmen as they come in for charges. These guys are going to be able to reload very soon. And I'm hoping they'll get a volley off before they make their charge. Yes, they will. Oh, that's going to be devastating at close range. And indeed it is. The rest of my lines now falling back into formation, and they should be able to unleash their own deadly volleys momentarily. I'm going to push forward with all of these regiments now. Sides deal with the armed populace, which shouldn't be an issue. They've got an armed populace here, and I'm going to charge with my unit down on the left here, try and break them. These guys will take a few more volleys before they will break. But there they go, they've broken as well. So, marching forward time. Need to reform over here though, because the units come back. And likewise over like so. We're charging in with my infantry over here against the armed populace. I'm hoping this works out, rather than backfiring on me. May have underestimated the power needed to beat 500 men with just, well, it was 100. They are rapidly losing them. They are actually better in melee than I had hoped, so I'm going to pull back with these guys. Charge was nowhere near as effective as I had hoped. A few volleys from my men, and they will be peachy. Don't know what they're doing around here, but we're going to have to bring a few more troops around. They may well be interested in just charging me now. I think I've aggravated them enough. Indeed I have, so I'm going to have to pull more troops around to help the situation. By bringing troops around to flank them before my guys rout, but I have a feeling they will rout momentarily. Tide seems to be turning just, and my men are making a difference here. But we're going to charge into their flanks with these guys because they're taking a while to form up. And they have now broken with a volley just unleashed by that unit there. What have we got surviving? Let's see if we can charge them with a few infantry units in the centre here. These guys have come back, so let's push up forward with my guys over here. We'll reform with some units to give them some fire. Likewise over on the left. Not sure if these guys can actually be can see the enemy. No, they can't. We need to push further forward. Flank around a bit more. Over here, engaging in melee against the enemy, and we've got the rest of these musketeers around the back. So we'll charge on in too. Oh no, they're coming around here. I want you around here, please. Now we're firing a volley, but still not able to hit them, I don't think. Let them have their last volley anyway. The volley's coming in from the other troops too. Sent them packing. It's just this charge now that needs to occur. Forward, the men charge. And into the fray they go. Hoping it's going to break them, and they're already bringing back some more men to try and focus over here where they're being attacked. Hoping that is going to make it. They are, yeah, they're pulling out of this This side here, they're winning slightly, it's even, they're losing slightly. They should start flashing any moment now. Oh, straight through the gut. Pursuing the enemy around all these buildings. Bring yet another unit round. And fast forward it. While we just finish off these last few. Surprised these guys are holding on for their lives. I will give them that. They do not want to die. Only now their flag and banner starts to flash. It's taken 3 regiments to bring them down. And they are still fighting to the bitter end. And finally they break, and we can end the battle there. A heroic victory. Calcutta is once again in British hands. Next stop, Cuttack. A few provinces in the north, and our betrayal to allies the Marathans. Most kills gained by East India Company infantry, which, no surprise there, considering I have no other troops besides cannons. We can repair all these next time. Bengal, Calcutta is once again mine. I'm going to bring this ship down here. We can see there's a small army. There's also a Marathan army outside. So we're going to have to move very quickly if we want this. We want the settlement. Considering popping these guys into a ship and quickly dropping them around next time. Otherwise, if we lose that, then we'll carve straight down the coast with my forces from Calcutta to attack the Marathans. Then from Cuttack, cut inland. Have another army ready at Hyderabad, or a new one at Ceylon to invade and take out Mysore as soon as possible, the big province capitals where they can produce decent troops. From Goa, if these troops are still here, we will attack Satara. And that should effectively cripple the Marathans in a foul swoop, which will come very shortly, but we can still bide our time a little bit longer, especially with these armies in the north. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this part. Please do remember to comment and subscribe. And if you want to go back to part 32 and give it a like if you haven't already, see if we can make it reach 1,000 likes, but that is now purely just fun. You guys will get a 1 hour special on Tuesday. Ciao for now.